Welcome back to Pilates with Some. Today I have a quick moving 20-minute Pilates routine to work your entire body. I post videos regularly, so subscribe to add an exercise reminder. Excited to move with you, let's go. We're starting with a bridge. First rock your pelvis to neutral and then imprint the low spine into the mat, and then pick the hips up. Make one straight line from shoulders to knees, hold at the top, then roll down. At the end, rock to neutral pelvis. Breath pattern is exhale to imprint and roll up, hold and inhale into the ribs at the top, exhale to roll down, inhale, rock to neutral, and we repeat. As you roll up and down, let's really focus on moving through every part of your spine. Do you feel any areas that are hard to move through with control? Maybe as you roll down vertebra by vertebra, there's an area that you have a harder time isolating? Right as you begin rolling down, think of the area behind your sternum softening first to really move through the upper part of your spine. Think about keeping your collarbones broad as you roll down. For me and many others, rolling down can cause the shoulders to want to run forward. Try to keep them wide and flat to the mat. You can keep doing these bridges, or you can join me in a variation that targets the glutes unilaterally. At the top of your bridge, drop the left side of your pelvis so that the left hip point is lower than your right. Then use that left glute to pick it back up to level. Next, on the right. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Now do 4 more at your own pace. Alright, go ahead and roll all the way back down. You can bring your knees to your chest or do any other stretch that feels good before we move on. You can stay on either of the last 2 exercises or join me in some single leg bridges. Bring your left knee to 90 degrees, also called tabletop, then use your right glute to pick up your hips. And keep the leg in 90 as you lift and lower. We're aiming for 6 lifts on each side. If you did the last exercise, the ability to use one glute should be all warmed up. Now let's switch to the other side. Bring your right knee to tabletop and left glute picks you up. Unilateral or one-sided exercises are great for growing your awareness in your body. Most people have some imbalances, and knowing where they are can give you the ability to work on closing that gap. Take a little stretch. I'm doing windshield wiper with my legs. Let's do some toe taps. Bring your spine into neutral. The low back has a natural curve, and for me, I can fit some fingers under there. On a long inhale, lift one leg at a time into tabletop. Exhale to lower your left toe to the ground. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower your right leg. Inhale to lift. As you continue doing this, think about keeping your hip points level. You can bring your fingers to them to bring awareness. Keeping your leg in a perfect 90 degrees will also get your low abs working. Sometimes when I get tired, my back muscles try to take over and my leg sneaks into a wider angle that's more comfy. But if you find it too difficult, try to keep the 90 degrees, but just lower the leg a little less. You can go halfway. Exhale to lower both legs. Next is dead bug, one of my favorite exercises. You can stay on toe taps before or progress it if it feels good for you today. Legs come to tabletop, fingers reach to the ceiling. Exhale, reach right arm, left leg away. Inhale, back in. Exhale, reach left arm, right leg away. Inhale, back in. If this feels too easy, you can reach your leg out long instead of into tabletop. Lower both legs and both arms. Let's warm up the neck muscles by doing some head curls. Tuck your chin towards your chest, lengthening the back of your neck. Now pick your head up, keeping this position. Lower, but keep the back of the neck long as you do. You can bring one hand behind your head for support now. Now interlace both hands and cradle your head. Holding up here, try to reach your head into your hands so the hands are really supporting the weight. Now bring your legs into tabletop. Rotate your ribs so your right armpit reaches towards your left knee, left armpit to right knee. 4 more sets. Take a little stretch. Double leg stretches next. Come to your head curl position we practiced and bring knees to chest, hands on shins. Keeping the head curl, reach your legs out to a diagonal with feet together and arms overhead. Bring it back in. 5 more times. If this feels like too much of a strain on your neck, feel free to bring your head down to the mat and do some leg lifts and lowers. Now take a little breather. We're going to switch gears and do some side bend variations. You can find your way there however you like. I'm going to do a supported roll-up with knees bent to keep working on that. Some days are harder than others. Come to a kneeling position and stretch your right leg out long to the side. Tip over and land on your left hand. With a pointed toe, kick forward, then kick back, leading with the heel. Do this 5 more times. Before we switch sides, you can take a little counter stretch here if you'd like. It feels really nice. Because we're doing some stuff that requires some shoulder strength, I want to build up to give you some options. Come to this side lying position with hip and knees stacked, right arm is in a side forearm plank position. Exhale, pick up the hips using the obliques, inhale to lower. You can continue doing this or join me in a progression. Right leg is bent so heel is planted in the mat, left leg is bent on the mat. Reach the arm out really long. I always do this shorter and then it makes the arc at the top feel super weird. Exhale and press into the top leg and come to an arc shape. Do this 5 more times. This next exercise is totally a modern Pilates exercise, but I also did it in my physical therapy. Come to your side lying position and pick up the hips and lift the top leg. Inhale to lower it all. 5 more times. Now let's flip over and do this all on the other side. Side kneeling, left leg long. Tip over to plant the right hand. Inhale, toe forward. Exhale, heel back. 5 more times. Take a counter stretch if you'd like. Option 1. Come to side lying. Exhale, hips up. Inhale, hips lower. Option 2. Diamond sit, left foot planted, right leg bent on the mat. Right arm reaches long. Exhale, lift. Inhale, bend the knees to lower. 5 more times.
I'm just feeling lazy, just be honest, baby. We got different phases, give it all, take it all. I'm just feeling lazy, just be honest, baby. We got different phases, give it all, take it all.
Take a rest. Come back to side lying. Exhale, hips and top leg lift. Inhale, lower. 5 more times. I'm taking a little break and you're welcome to join me. When you're ready, come to a seated position, knees bent, arms stretched in front of you. Initiating from your tailbone, roll back. Round forward and stack your spine back to tall. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, round forward and back to tall. 4 more times.
Lights out, I'm your favorite. Too many ways, been in your place, there's delays. Add it up, plus sign, zeros on the table. Driving and vibing, bring the beat later. Wanna make it bigger, just a little bit of flavor showing up to my space, I'm a fashion dealer. I'm your biggest bidder, meet me in the middle. I just don't wanna settle under these lucid dreams. I'm not just a visionary.
Next, hook your hands behind your thighs and roll back with slow control until your shoulder blades touch the ground. Pushing and pulling your hands into your thighs, try to round back up to balancing on your sacrum. 2 more times.
Just being honest, what's the big difference? And I've been feeling my own inertia. Just being honest, there's no difference. And more is okay.
Let's build. Hook your hands behind your thighs and do a half roll back. Then float your feet off the mat. Really try to keep that deep C curve of your low spine for low ab support. Exhale, straighten your right leg. Inhale, bend. Straighten your left. Inhale, bend. 2 more times.
Just feeling lazy, just be honest, baby. We got different phases, give it all, take it all. I'm just feeling lazy, just be honest, baby. We got different phases, give it all, take it all. 말리부 가서 한 잔에 쭉 마시는 blue lemonade. 술은 필요 없어 다 끝나기.
Now exhale, straighten both legs.
Under these lucid dreams, yeah,
Inhale, bend. 2 more times. As you continue, really invest in that curved spine shape. We'll need it next.
we gon' get higher. You're the product, I could be your buyer. Under these lucid dreams, I'm not thinking off my head, yeah.
Now hold with both legs straight. Keep your chin tucked to protect your neck. Inhale to roll back the entire shape just to your shoulder tips. Exhale back up to balance. 4 more times. I'm modifying by bringing my hands behind my calves instead of my ankles, and I find that this really helps me get my shoulders engaged. It's really common to get stuck, so if you end up feeling like a turtle, you're not alone. Keep trying and keep deepening that C curve of your low spine.
Slow, baby, go with your own rhythm, yeah. I don't want you to just rush in.
That's a tough one, and I'm still really working on it, but moves like this can be really fun. If you have time to stick around, I have a couple of stretches for you. Sit with legs wide, knees can have a little bend if the hamstrings feel too tight, arms reach out to the sides. Twist the ribcage left, right pinky reaches outside of left pinky toe, stack back up and unrotate. Exhale, twist to the right, left pinky to right pinky toe, inhale back to starting. You can go at your own pace, and you can also add a little pulse to the stretch. Now I'm doing a few 90-90 stretch to mobilize the hips. Now we're going to finish with a child's pose. Bend the elbows and bring your fist overhead. Take a few breaths here. You can stay there or reach your hands long. I really like to stretch far on the mat in front of me and use the grippiness of the mat to traction my shoulder blades up a bit. You can walk the hands laterally to give a side body stretch. No matter how many modifications or reps you did, I'm proud of you just for showing up to move your body today. See you next time.